The snow is still thick on the ground. Our supplies are low, and the cold is unbearable. We have been pushed back by the Soviet forces. The once proud Wehrmacht is now retreating, struggling to hold any ground. I write this in a small, cold bunker. Many of my comrades are gone, lost to the relentless Soviet advance. The days blur together, each one filled with the same bleak routine of fighting and retreating. We are constantly on edge, knowing that at any moment, the Soviets could launch another attack. Spring is here, but the weather is still harsh. The Soviets are relentless. Their tanks and soldiers seem endless. We are outnumbered and outgunned. Every day, more of our positions fall. Morale is low. We hear stories of what happens when the Soviets capture German soldiers, and it terrifies us. Despite the thaw, the mud makes movement difficult, and our vehicles often get stuck. The sounds of battle never cease, a constant reminder of our precarious situation. We have been ordered to retreat further west. The roads are crowded with soldiers and refugees. We are hungry, tired, and scared. The Soviet Air Force controls the skies, bombing our convoys and supply lines. We can see the fear in each other's eyes. We all know the end is near, but we fight on because we have no other choice. As we retreat, we pass through towns and villages devastated by war. The civilians look at us with a mix of fear and pity. Their homes are in ruins, their lives shattered. The front lines are chaotic. Command structures are breaking down. Many units are cut off and surrounded. I have lost contact with my family back home. The Soviets have broken through in several places, and there are rumors that they are close to Berlin. We are trying to regroup, but it feels hopeless. The nights are the hardest. In the darkness, the cries of the wounded and the distant rumble of artillery create an eerie symphony of despair. Sleep is a luxury few of us can afford. We are in full retreat now. The Soviet forces are relentless. Every day we lose more ground and more men. The weather is hot, and our supplies are nearly gone. The once mighty German army is crumbling. I see the despair in my comrades' faces. We are fighting a losing battle. The summer heat adds to our misery. Water is scarce, and the scorching sun saps our strength. We move like shadows, haunted by the ghosts of our fallen brothers. We have been pushed back to the borders of Germany. The Soviets are at our doorstep. The Luftwaffe is no longer a force in the sky. We hear that other Allied forces are pushing in from the west. It feels like the entire world is closing in on us. We fight on, but there is little hope left. The once green fields are now battle-scarred wastelands. Every step forward feels like a step closer to doom. The weight of defeat hangs heavy over us. The Soviets are in Germany now. The destruction is everywhere. Cities are bombed out, and civilians are fleeing in every direction. We are ordered to hold the line, but it feels impossible. Every day brings more bad news. Our leaders still talk of victory, but we know it is a lie. The sight of bombed-out buildings and the stench of death fill the air. The civilians who remain are desperate, clinging to the hope that the nightmare will end soon. We are surrounded in a small village. The Soviets are closing in. I have lost many friends. We are out of food and ammunition. The end is near. We write letters to our families, hoping they will be delivered. The sounds of battle are getting closer. I pray for a miracle, but deep down, I know it is over. The village streets are filled with the debris of war. We huddle together in makeshift shelters, sharing our fears and memories. The bonds we have formed are the only thing keeping us sane. The village has fallen. I am a prisoner now. The Soviets were surprisingly humane, but the fear of what might come next is always with me. I am alive, but I feel defeated. The war is over for me, but the memories and the loss will stay forever. In the prisoner camp, we are given food and shelter, but the uncertainty of our future looms large. We talk about our homes, our families, and the life we hope to return to someday. But deep down, we know that nothing will ever be the same.